EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
57.
Then we're going to 53.
Let's get some penetration here.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Shift.
Hey, kill.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here we go. 180.
41's the mic. In your face. Slam.
Here we go. Going to 54. 26.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Kill.
41 Mike.
26.
On 2nd and 9. Prescott looking deep for Julio. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He wasn't ready.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Flushed out right. And now, Prescott stripped. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
2nd and 5 now. Luck, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Kirksey.
You better be ready.
The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Rabbit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
Check.
Lucked him back on the draw. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Get your swerve on.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Luck. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, They're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
I got 15. I got 15.
Out of the gun, Luck. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand there first, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Kill.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
It's just me and you. It's just me
So now
and you.
20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Prescott. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 26.
Third and short yardage. Prescott. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Even.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Now he steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? It also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Kill. 26.
After the sack on first down, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And Charles got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott from the gun. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Say.
Here we go. Kill.
Watch out.
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 26.
On second down, McCaffrey. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now a run with McCaffrey. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
They're going to 53. 26.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
He will push his way down to about the 14. The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
Here we go, 47.
Brings up second and 9.
26.
On second and 9, Prescott. Caught by Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They come out here in the I. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Credit that sack to Jabal Sheard.
5-yard loss. It's 4th and goal.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
I'm coming back.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Tucker's kick is good. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins.
Keep playing hard. 50.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Staying on the ground with Matt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check hot route. Hot. Under crunch. Under crunch.
Hey, watch the edge, watch the edge.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions' 32.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
On the sneak, it's Prescott. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack. But I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive tackle.
We taking wins home. 25. Hey, kill. 6 guys. We're going to 54. Wide in. Switch. What do you think?
Here we go with McCaffrey. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Lions will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 after 38. On 1st down, they'll start out with Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down.
Let's go, Mexico. Check. Lucky.
On 1st and 10, Locke. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. Touchdown, Detroit. Adam Humphries. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, 47.
Now Prescott.
Check.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go. Wide in.
Hey, we got Mike, number 4.
We're going to 54. Wide in. I'm coming. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. He completes it to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
10 more yards.
While sometimes it doesn't appear like much, the out route can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, he can turn to a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
You don't know no better. 47.
53's the Mike. 6-6. Check 53.
I'm 26.
Third and long for Prescott. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Crabtree, the intended receiver.
Check out. 5-40.
56. Man, I got you.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack.
Go.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown.
Touchdown, baby.
Marlon Mack with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead is now 17-3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Bears in good field position to start out first and 10 at the 40. Here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They go right back to Mack. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
I'm coming. Let's go. Hey, we got
Following the interception, here's Prescott looking downfield for Jones. He's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
47. Here we go, 47.
Hey, watch the slant. Let's go.
At the 40-yard line.
26.
A first down throw for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Steven Nelson.
You see me out here.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Looking to throw again on second down. Luck. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Luck now to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
He's checking out.
They snap it to Locke. Throwing left side, it's complete. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Mack. He'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
That's it, baby.
Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Block on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Come get some. He don't want it. Check. 12.
Mike 56.
On 4th down, Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Adrian Claiborne. And the Bears will get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust it.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Come on, let's go.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. It's a big-time play there for the Bears. 56 yards. Looking to throw. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Michael Crabtree there, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here we go, kill.
53's the Mike. 53. Hot 7.
Here we go, 26.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And the Lions are able to cover this one up. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though, now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
C.J. Anderson in the game. He gets it here. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not once. I wish I had a few times. That would have stopped some of those plays I got toasted up on.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? As an inside linebacker, got to be a little bit more poised.
No doubt about it, because they get a little bit of flexibility, especially when they're trying to stuff a gap. You know, we get that double A gap look. This time he got too eager and got too deep into the backfield.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But it's a double bonus when you get a victory on the road in your division.
And when you start a season, each team breaks down their schedule in different ways. Some do it every 4 games, right? Let's go quarterly. Others say, listen, we've got to take care of our home field. And, you know, out of a 16-game season, if you get 8 at home, let's at least win 7 at home. And
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings.
Let's go, let's go!
And now the Vikings are going to stop. Here on defense with a timeout. They'll have two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Mike's 50. Front it.
Crunch time, defense.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number 1 from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Hey, steamer.
Mike 55.
Hey, seam 6.
Following the interception, Cousins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You ain't doing nothing today.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
55. Right there in the middle. 55.
Let's go one more.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The sack there by Rasheem Green.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
Yo.
Go.
Switch.
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Jumper.
19.
Check 24. Check 24.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's our time. It's our time.
Check. Check. Turn it. Kill. Any weapon.
On 2nd down, it's Lynch. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
We just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
And it's a Seattle Seahawks touchdown. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. Well, look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Mike 55! Mike 55! Gun!
Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time.
Mike, what's that?
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins.
Let's get that ball right here.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. That'll pick up the first down for Seattle on a gain of 18. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Friday.
Here's Wilson. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Everson Griffin on the sack. Taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Bravo. Mike 55. Mike 55.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
Hey, 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
First down. Here's the run with Cook.
Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Quaker Omaha.
Taken down by K.J. Wright.
Zebra.
From the 41, Cousins. And almost intercepted. If he could have picked it, maybe some space to go the other way. Instead, it's 3rd down. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Give credit to K.J. Wright. He was disrupting defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Check 26.
4th down, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
You see it all day. Pick it.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Check. 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Here we go.
Check 50.
Check 3. Kill. Turn it up. Kill.
I'll go special. Good touch.
3rd and long. It's Wilson.
Let's go, D.
Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th.
Well, it's not going to be a first down, but that's a nice job of picking up yardage on 3rd and long. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you, and in this case, it wasn't enough to pick up the first down.
The Vikings.
Let's go.
At their own 38-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
And can he put it aside? Let's find out. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Tight end left. Out.
Cousins now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Like that.
3rd and long for Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 18.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And Bailey able to knock it through. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the 2nd half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. This complete to Lockett. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Watch the screen! Watch the screen! 18. Hey, still got 4 down.
40's Mike. Watch the right.
Easy, cut!
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position.
Mike 55! Mike 55!
Not today, you aren't. Not today.
Cousins on 1st down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
The hunt, 180!
Check, 55, Mike. Army.
The hunt!
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, the hunt, 180!
Watch 55. Here it comes.
On 2nd and 12, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. The quick slant caught. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Hey, eat. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Shift. Why?
They'll give it to him up the middle. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. Open man is Treadwell, and he's got it for the Minnesota touchdown. Laquan Treadwell there to make the grab, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Wilson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Going on the ground with Homer. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Let's go double count right here, double count.
Switch gears.
Hey, alert.
That's it.
Wilson.
40 to Mike.
You better be
It's caught. Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And boy, figure this one out. Leading here in the 4th, and now they're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
55.
On second and 9, Cousins eluding the press, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Jam.
Gun.
Motion.
Mike.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins.
Run.
And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. If it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Now Cousins on fourth down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, the run with Lynch. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Yeah, baby.
Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They're in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Throwing now is Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. One possession game. Very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick six.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He goes full extension, and he's got it. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Ingram. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That's 6, baby. You got it all day.
We thought this defense would be opportunistic, and they were. Here, you're already up. Now you got a 2-touchdown lead. I tell you, going out there on defense, did they have a little bit of extra momentum with a score already on the board?
Oh, without a doubt. That already felt good to them, and they took it and used it and obviously put up another one. But here's the thing now. Some defense coordinators might want to pull their guys back a little bit because they don't want them to make mistakes because they're too overamped. Others say, I've got a 2-touchdown lead. Go get them, guys. They'll be even more aggressive.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 29, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson buying time to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Your trip is here. Buddy up. Mike 55, Mike 55. Okay, double up.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Watch the lady. 36 to Mike. Woo-hoo.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues. Now you can kind of get it back even with just one throw.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Rolling to his right. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark From the site that many call the loudest in the NFL, we are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
On third down, Jackson. Call that a loss of 7 to bring up fourth. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
At their own 18-yard line.
Yellow.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 18.
Here we go. Here we go.
15.
Double up. He's coming, double up.
Hey, 43, 15.
Check. Share.
Slam.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check 52.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Yellow.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Mahomes now to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 55 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So look at this. They got the 7-0 lead in the pocket, and they're going to try an onside kick.
The Ravens take over.
Let's go,
first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Let's get it.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab.
Let's go.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready, set, 56. Watch the screen. Pass. Safe. Safe.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
I got him.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards.
56.
Ingram again, a 1st down carry. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. From 10 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Yellow.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
We better than that.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, you were backed up into a 2nd and long, but instead of trying to get the yardage back in chunks, he's trying to get it all back at once. And this defense was just lying in wait, and they're there to pick this one off.
Yeah, baby, yeah.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Marquise Brown, 34 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Here's Mahomes to throw.
They all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
That's it, baby.
He was looking for his tight end, Kelsey, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yellow! Mark the blue lady!
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Mahomes to throw once more. And this is caught by Watkins. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Yellow! Hey, 43, 15.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
Yellow!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And this one caught by Travis Kelsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Watch the slant.
On 1st down, Mahomes. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Flushed out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. Here we go.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes eluding the pressure right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. And Butker able to put this one through. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a...
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Hey, 43.
Go 58 to the mic.
Let's set a tone.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go, baby.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 34-yard line.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 34.
15.
Back. Check 3. Check 15.
Now Williams.
Check 13. Check 13.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down.
Mike 36. Mike 30 smokes.
Watch 36.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 16.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Check.
Hey, ribble it. 43. Come on, baby.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From just shy of midfield, Jackson, Roberts has it. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 42. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line.
Slam.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. On the ground, this is Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. The battle in the trenches never more important than right now. This is 3rd and inches. Again, it's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help with their contract.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Jalen Ferguson able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
That's trash.
Check. Check three.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He's going to let it fly. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Down 4 late, gotta go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Yellow.
Watch 36. 36 to Mike.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Being chased out left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And out across midfield down to the 45. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Let's go, baby.
It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Hey, 57.
Mike, 35.
They'll look to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You're having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
I'm coming.
He'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. This defense making some plays right now, aren't they?
And they look like a group that really locked in before this series started. Read their scouting reports, got back to reading their keys, and playing with excellent leverage up front.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 36. Mike, 36.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch 36. 36 to Mike. I'm coming after you.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Mahomes picked by his ex-teammate Marcus Peters. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to call it just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Watch the run. Check nickel.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. There goes Mark Ingram. Past the 20. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game.
17.
So we had action to the very end of this one, the score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.